What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Zip hanging out with you in the Zip Cave. Christian is in. Are you in Columbus?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gosh, dude, I was just freaking out. This laptop was like buzzing. I didn't know what was happening.
It's buzzing?
That's what happens when you're remote. Yeah, it stopped.
Oh, because it's working hard? Is that why?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. No, not really. When this thing's working hard, it sounds like a goddamn satellite dish.
That's what mine sounds like, too. Thank you guys so much for joining us. The GeekZip podcast, as I mentioned. Don't forget to join us, like us, share, subscribe. Doing all kinds of new stuff. Christian, you mentioned I dropped some new Geeking Out episodes. That we have a brand new one on our...
you made a serious YouTube video.
I
dude.
did.
That was good stuff.
I appreciate. Shut
I was
up.
Disappointed. Though you needed more humor. I needed there to be there to be like, why is her nickname Pilot if she's the pilot?
Because it's pilot. Because she's the pilot. I don't understand this. I don't know why you don't. Didn't we have the same discussion?
Yeah, I mean, you just said it. You have to make a joke about that. That's a. But you're a serious fan, and you made it a serious video. I appreciate that.
You're just not making any sense. Tell us what you're doing up in Columbus. What's been going on?
I went to AEW Collision at GalaxyCon.
Oh wow, how was that? I'll bet that was a lot of fun. What was it like?
Dude, it was a mess trying to figure out where to go at that con. That place is huge. And I had to walk around, and then they had people lined up already, and I got into the line, and they were like, you got to have a wristband, so I had to go figure out where to get a wristband.
Yeah.
Then I had to get back in line, and then
Jesus.
sat there for about an hour, and then finally started.
Sounds like a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Apparently, it was sold out. Like I said, there was a lot of people there that fit into that little place.
Yeah.
Definitely not as big as a nationwide arena, but they claimed they sold out the venue.
That's cool.
There were people standing beside us.
I made fun of it, so either way, I win. You know.
We don't own these companies.
I know, you're right. I need to stop taking it so goddamn personally.
We have no financial stake.
That's true. That's true.
Whether AEW goes belly up or actually comes to its senses and starts putting on,
at least the fact that you admit that makes me happy.
I always admit
comes to their senses.
I don't like
when you say come to their senses, you indicate that you agree that shit's out of control.
Yeah, but I always give them the benefit of the doubt. They're trying, I hope.
I would hope they're trying. Yeah.
I don't think it's like Kevin Nash in charge of WCW bad.
No, I agree. We're not there yet. I'm just afraid to go there. And also, I mean, we've talked about the. Go ahead.
It was cool. I got to see Darby Allin. I don't think I've ever seen him in action before.
Yeah.
And Okada had a good match with that Kyle Fletcher guy.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't like the style that much. He's one of the Will Ospreay style wrestlers.
Flavors of ice cream,
That's it. I think it's entertaining to watch.
That's cool. Now, did you actually go to GalaxyCon at all, or did you just go to Collision? Like what or am I talking about something totally different?
Oh well, it was there. It was
right. It was connected, right? So it was connected to the GalaxyCon, correct?
Yeah, I saw a bunch of people in cosplay and stuff. I don't think many of them went to the wrestling.
Well, I mean, of course. I mean, not everybody's into it, but.
But I got there at 5 o'clock. I think I might have been able to get into the exhibit hall and see more stuff. But as it was, I got there so late and figured out where to go by the time. I was just standing in line. Yeah. But they did take us through, like, the arcade game. They had a bunch of arcade computer games in the hallway that led to the hall where the
that you could play.
Was. Yeah,
that's fucking dope. Yeah, that's cool. At least you had that.
But my brother Jesse, he had his holiday party going on the same time, so I had to. I didn't drive myself, so I didn't have time to kill.
Did you get crunk? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
They did. They were at the holiday party, dude. Open bar.
Oh, this is his like professional, what he does for a living party. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you were you his date or something?
No, I was at Collision.
Oh, okay.
They dropped me off.
So Jesse couldn't come?
No, he had the holiday party.
That sucks ass. I know that hurt his. I hope you're there for him, because I know that hurt his feelings to not be able to be there to hang out with you guys.
It's just me. I'm by myself. I bought a ticket for Brandon, and he changed his mind and went with Jesse. So
great.
You got the whole story. You got the whole story wrong there.
Yeah.
Don't feel sorry for them.
Yeah. I'm feeling sorry for the wrong person.
I was proud of myself, dude. I was thinking about not even going, but I was like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you're gonna go.
Myself or not. And since I have an extra ticket, I'm gonna make sure nobody sits beside me.
You're so fucking antisocial. Oh, I love it so much. All right, good shit.
These big fat people, somebody let them come sit in there. This kid was like, yeah, I'm here by myself. I can scoot over. And then these fat people came and sat next to him and just poured on top of him. So then he left and went and stood up. And I was like, that poor kid.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Well, it was like it was kind of like the seats at the Willow Ridge. Like they weren't like,
No, I saw them. It looked like event seating, like you'd see it at fucking, I don't know, like a church program.
I think it was good for AEW, like you said, to have, like you had that story back if they did somehow get to smaller venues like that, instead of having to block off half an unsold arena.
I agree. I mean, it always looks better when you have that situation.
Another thing that was cool that I wasn't expecting was John Moxley was there too, and Orange Cassidy came out, and all that happened.
You didn't know they were going to be there?
So they're actually, I guess, kind of like, putting some of the storyline on Collision.
Interesting. I mean, at this point, I would merge everything, because you kind of need everything at your disposal.
There's one dude during the promo when Orange Cassidy is like, the only way you're going to stop me is you're going to have to kill me. And I yelled, kill him!
Great, dude.
And everybody around me liked it. I was happy. They all clapped.
Shit. Oh. Well, it sounds like you're having a good time. You're back here next weekend, though, right?
Coming in tomorrow early.
Okay, cool. Because we're definitely going to start doing some extra stuff. I'm looking at movie commentaries. Those are kind of funny. I don't know if you and I have enough mental stability to be able to sit down and watch a movie all the way through together. But if we could, maybe we could do one of those commentary tracks. Those were kind of funny. And I feel like our commentary would be twice as funny.
Well, it's just like the old days at the theaters at the midnight premieres.
That's kind of where I'm at.
For our voice cracks.
Right. That's kind of where I'm at.
Make a handful of people mad while the rest of the audience enjoyed it.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. The rest of the audience is like, we want to hear more. We want to hear more.
These whiny people complain and stop it. I want to see the plot.
Yeah.
Stop making jokes.
It's not funny all the time. It's like, yes, it fucking is. Especially when you talk like that. All right. So let's.
How was your weekend?
My week was okay. My weekend's okay. Kush went on a trip, like some kind of choir thing. She's a musician, and she went to some choir thing in Kentucky. So I've kind of been at the house all day. I've been trying to clean it up, and then I didn't know if we were going to have a podcast today because you're God knows wherever you are. You're in Columbus, right? In Columbus.
I went to the Children's Museum in Huntington this week for the first time.
Move your head over a little bit to your right. There you go. Stop. Try to stay there if you can, because you like to weigh in on yourself when you're doing the Skype. So go ahead. The Children's Museum. Thank you.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We went there for my niece's birthday. It's not like I just went to the Child's Museum.
I was going to say, did you just go for fun, you weirdo? Fucko? What the hell?
They have cool sand to play with there and a water table. Gosh, Dad.
Those water tables are dope. I'm saying dope a lot, I know. I don't know why. I don't know where I got that from, or probably from Samuel. Sammy Z is in the Zip Cave. Hey, Sammy.
Hi.
Hey,
So we've got an audience.
A collision that reminded me of Sam. He kept asking these guys next to him, like, how the secrets of wrestling.
The secrets of wrestling.
Yeah, like taking bumps and stuff like that. He's like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Is that a real one? And
Yeah.
the guy was talking about super kicks and slapping the thigh.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to slap the thigh.
I want to be like, are you guys professionals? You guys they sounded like they could be some boys.
Yeah.
And I swear, I think I saw Swerve walk by me, dude.
Swerve walked by you?
I think so, maybe. I don't know.
How about that?
It's hard to tell.
I know you've been in Columbus, but have you watched anything while you've been up there? I mean, what have you been watching, doing, playing, anything like that?
I did watch that Smile too. We both watched Smile too.
Yes. I really like that Naomi Scott chick. I wondered where I knew her from. She was the Pink Ranger. She was the Pink Ranger in the Power Rangers reboot.
I never saw it, I don't think.
So,
Is that a movie?
Yeah, remember they rebooted. I mean, God's sakes, you remember they rebooted the Power Rangers. We talked about it to death.
I know, but I also reboot the TV show, so I don't know which one you're talking
Not the
about.
TV show reboot, the big Hollywood blockbuster movie they made with.
Yeah, she was cute.
What's her name?
She did. I didn't like it as much as the first one.
Okay, why?
Too cerebral and hallucinations, stuff like that.
Yeah, because that first one kind of flirted with the idea that it could all be an illusion, but it could also be reality. I mean, and this one was kind of like there was no established line. So I kind of know where you're coming from on that.
Did I tell you it reminded me of Supernatural when his soul is damaged and he can't tell stuff and Lucifer's like making him hallucinate?
Yeah.
And he's got that stupid cut in his hand and he's like, this is how I can tell what's real.
I do vaguely remember. That was a terrible scenario.
But like in one of those scenes,
yeah.
Sam's hallucination drives him to this place.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's.
Well, I thought Naomi did a good job. I mean, I thought she did an incredible job.
So did that first guy that killed himself, Lucas Gage.
Dude, yeah, that guy was crazy. And they brought back, spoiler, the cop from the first film. They do kind of continue the story from the first film, which surprised me.
Cool. It was like right after.
Yeah, I know. It surprised me that they did that. I kind of thought they would just pick it up like real time years down the road. But definitely worth a watch. I mean, it's streaming on Paramount Plus. If you'd like to check it out, if you have that subscription. Aaron says we have all the weird subscriptions. I don't think Paramount Plus is all that weird.
Really? I thought mine was M Plus. I don't know. It was weird.
Okay, so yeah, it's getting to the point. Right, it's getting to the point where it's shit's streaming on like different places at the same time. So
I thought the stupid monster definitely looks stupider in this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, oh, my God. Now they've gone a step further with this damn monster.
Yeah,
okay.
But it seemed like any sequel of trying to outdo the other one, the previous.
Right.
Top it. Just like the other thing that I started watching, Fast and Furious movies. I'm on 4, just about to finish 7.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that another time.
Okay. That works.
So let's hear about what you else watched.
Okay, I actually watched this for last week's show and forgot to mention it. I don't know why, but I actually watched Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
And
theaters.
Okay, I should have, but I didn't. Really good. Loved it. Went back to the Ridley Scott kind of horror roots. That kind of spooky, all alone in space kind of feeling. I didn't like the alien spawn.
More trapped in space, I feel like.
I mean, they could have escaped. But the point is that I think it's definitely a step back in the right direction. Now, of course, this is speaking before that Alien Earth show drops on, what is it, FX, I think it's coming on. And so we'll have to wait and see what that does. But I think Fede Alvarez obviously has a handle on, the what Scott wants from the franchise versus other directors and where they may have taken it. So I really liked it.
Just like he did with the Rise of the Evil Dead, right?
Yes, very similar. It's like the elements are there, but the story is different.
He seems like a guy we can trust.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. So that was really cool. Alien Romulus. I have watched
similar to James Gunn, another guy who seems like who still has our trust. He hasn't broken our trust.
He has not broken our trust yet. And speaking of James Gunn, I actually got a chance to check out the first 2 episodes of Creature Commandos.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'll watch that too.
Did you watch that too?
David Harbour is a little too melodramatic so far, let's say.
Dude, G.I. Robot is my favorite character on the whole show.
Highlight so far, yeah.
I've killed 1 million dirty Nazis. Just love the way that's all he cares about, right? And of course, Weasel's fun. I mean, you know, Weasel's gonna be funny. But dude, because I don't know that much about the team. Dr. Phosphorus is great with Alan Tudyk, I think is who's playing that, yep. And Harbour did a good job, but yeah, he was. But I think that was intentional, right? Because it's Frankenstein.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm like, come on, let's. I'm rolling my eyes at it. The animation and the art is top notch.
It's incredible, yeah. And I love Rick Flag Sr. Frank Grillo does a great job. So highly recommend you check it out.
Gotta be all dirty though.
Of course, it's James Gunn. I mean, what do you expect? James Gunn likes to have his like weird little fantasies, and
sure.
I don't. That was kind of I was like. Yeah, I don't. You know how I feel about that kind of shit in animation. But anyway, a great start to what hopefully will be a great show. Don't really know them. I guess I don't know if that what's her name, the sorceress chick, is the main threat.
Who knows?
Probably not.
Tune in.
Yeah, again, it's brand new, so we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I would definitely check it out if you're a fan. And like Christian said, it's really making us trust in Gunn a lot more. The more stuff I see, I did watch, I think 4 or 5 episodes of Penguin, Christian. I thought you'd be proud of me for that. Yeah, did that and loving that show. Of course, I knew I would. Colin Farrell, I love. It's funny. I see all the shit you were talking about now, like the kid and being afraid that Penguin was going to fucking whack him in the 2nd episode and all that shit. And kind of his development. I like how it kind of separates itself from the Matt Reeves Batman movie, even though it is the same universe, city, whatever. It there are, of course, callback elements to it, but like you don't see Commissioner Gordon running around, you don't see Batman running around. Bella Royale, the mayor-elect, is mentioned, but I haven't seen her yet. I'm assuming I won't. They really isolated it to be its own story. Now, as far as the Penguin goes, and kind of his deal, the story that they've set up for him, I'm liking it. I don't know about, of course, this could be a twist that I'm not going to see coming. I don't like the whole mother aspect that he has with who appears to be his mother, the chick who lives in like the borough, of New York, of Gotham, whatever.
That's who that is.
Is that his mother? Okay. I like the idea of the Cobblepotts being like this really rich, successful family that kind of threw him away as a child, and he had to kind of grow up mean streets that way. Not to say that they may not come back to that.
It's an interesting relationship that develops through the show.
Okay. Again, I'm not all the way through, so I'm really just going.
Have you noticed that she kind of has like the mental issues?
Yes, that's obvious. And I mean, the first setting, you kind of tell that she has the
Alzheimer's or dementia,
something.
Like she comes and goes.
One of those terrible ones. Yeah. But no, acting is incredible out of everyone. I mean, I know everybody's talking about that chick that plays Sophia Falcone, but
Kristen Milotic, I believe is her name. Sounds a little bit naughty, if I'm correct.
I don't know. Maybe, perhaps.
She did a great job. I like.
She did a great. Everybody, but what I'm saying is everybody's doing a good job.
Clancy Brown.
Oh God, anything Clancy does, God, he's so good. Except every time now, he did such a good job with the voice in Justice League with Lex Luthor. Like now, every time he talks, that's who I hear is Lex Luthor, and I have to remind myself, no, this is the Kurgan. This is fucking, what's his name, Byron.
He's also
Hadley.
Mr. Krabs, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't watch SpongeBob as much as I watch Justice League, so there's that.
There's somebody else that was good in it. I can't think of them.
I mean, they're all good. They're so good.
I was going to say, what do you think about him killing that guy at the beginning?
I loved it.
The Falcon.
I loved it. I thought it was perfect. You know that's what's his name's nephew from Rescue Me, right? You know that's that kid from Rescue Me, right? Remember his nephew? I mean, yeah, you know.
No, I never finished Rescue Me.
Well, we all know you don't like to finish shows. You don't like to say goodbye.
That one was too hard to take, dude. Gosh, I'm not ready for that.
Dude, that was. If you've ever seen what happens to his nephew, you know what we're talking about.
I don't think I know, and I don't want to. I'm talking about other things that happen on that show.
Good point. All right, watched Alien Romulus, watched Penguin, watched Creature Commandos. I went back and watched because I love going back and watching old action adventure. I went back and watched The Phantom with Billy Zane and The Shadow with Alec Baldwin. Love
Purple Man, dude.
Yeah,
skull ring.
Purple Man,
right?
yeah. Okay, purple. All I heard was Purple Man, so I wasn't sure what.
Purple Man with the
ring, with the skull ring. Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe trying to pull off a Shadow for Halloween next year.
You mean what's it called?
Cosplay.
Are you sure it's the Shadow, or what did you say before?
The Shadow. There's the Shadow and the Phantom. They're separate.
Okay. See, I thought. Okay, but you started by talking about the Phantom, but now you're talking about the Shadow.
Because I watch both.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Sorry, you must not have heard that part. Yeah, I watched
bad.
both of them. I watched the Shadow and the Phantom, and I
Gotcha.
Obviously.
Shadow's got a hat, right?
Shadow's got a big ass hat, and that's going to be the hardest part of that costume to find, is the big ass hat. And then the rest of it, I think I could probably throw together. He does have really cool fucking 45 pistols.
Dude, sombrero hat.
I don't think it's quite a sombrero. No. It's a fedora, but it's got like a fucking.
Oh, I know.
13-inch brim. I mean, it's like.
I don't think I ever saw that movie.
Shadow?
Yeah.
Oh, Shadows.
Wasn't there like a newer one, or was that like Spirit or something?
That's the Spirit with Samuel
Spirit.
and.
I never saw Spirit.
I've tried to sit down and watch that. It's tough. It's Robert Rodriguez when he went really Sin City crazy. And, made it just to the point you can't really watch it.
Who's in the Shadow? Is that one of the Baldwins?
Alec Baldwin. Yeah, that's Alec Baldwin. He's really the big guy. I don't think you'll know anybody else. Peter Boyle's in it. Penelope Ann Miller. John Lone is Shiwan Khan. He's the villain. That was a really great to watch. And then goddamn, I love Bill Burr so much. I mean, I am identifying more with him nowadays than I really think I've identified with anyone in my life. We have a lot of the same opinions on shit, particularly opinions you don't like.
Because you guys hate everything.
Because we hate everything, exactly. You're right. It's because we hate everything. We've lost hope in all, which I think you're getting around to, but you're not quite there yet.
Well, no, I choose to be happy instead of hateful.
Well, no, you choose to give shit a chance that sucks because you think like maybe it won't suck, and I mean that's while that's admirable, that's just simply not the way the world works. Stuff sucks, and you need to call it out when it sucks. Boom.
I make lemonade from my lemons.
All right. I don't know if you know or not, but Indiana Jones and the Great Circle dropped. I purchased the digital upgrade to allow you to play early. So I have played it already, and I love it, except I really wanted it to be third person. It's first person, like straight up like first person, which I'm not used to. Games just don't do that anymore, really. You know, it's so rare to be a first person game, and I really don't like first person games.
There's a few of them. The new Marvel one just came out. Marvel Rivals, free to play.
Yeah, Sam's freaking out over here talking about that one. I'll have to try that out. I did try. What's that one I started? Raid, Shadow Legends, started Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends.
I feel like I've seen ads for that.
Which is like fucking Final Fantasy.
In your Indiana Jones game, I heard you can do like the reenactment with stealing the idol and outrunning the boulder.
Yes, you can. That's actually the beginning of the game. Is the opening of Raiders, like down to the fucking script. I mean, they went walking through the jungle, and the guy finds the fucking statue, and runs away, and the whole fucking thing. It was great. And yeah, you have to there's things you can activate in the game that are supposed to be able to help you. Like, for example, there's like this setting that you can put on there where it will highlight things of interest, almost like a cheat guide, for people who just want to play the game, right? They're like myself.
Like a perk in Fallout or something that highlights.
Exactly. A lot like that. You said it perfectly. It's a lot like the shit they've got, the stuff they've got for Fallout. So anyway, that was getting used to that was shut up. God damn that dog. I'm sorry, everyone. Allie Z is just barking her ass off tonight. I don't know why.
Where's my phone? I need to call the Animal Protection Services.
They won't take her. They won't take her.
Don't you talk to that dog like that.
In addition to Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, I've also gone back and have been playing Arkham Knight, as I always do. I'm pretty much on a constant basis. So that's what I've been. You've been playing anything, Christian? I mean, probably not, since you're
not yet.
Hanging out up there. So okay, I got no RIPs this week.
0 RIP.
Yeah. So let's get over to the news and discuss what we got going on.
What's going on in the news?
Well, James Gunn had another.
Wait. Oh, did you hear that? You know that Hawk Tua girl?
Yeah. Well, I know who she is. What happened to her?
Haley Welch. She's in trouble for a crypto scam, dude.
What she? Go ahead and explain.
She sold some meme coin called
I'm gonna take
Hawk.
a couple drinks here. Go ahead.
And I guess, sold it to a bunch of people that were just fans of her that didn't know what they were buying. And then all of a sudden, like all the rich people, cashed out and pulled the rug from under these first-time investors.
Sounds like that shit like the Red Power Ranger got in trouble for, kind of.
That sounds like every crypto scam, dude.
I mean, again...
For everyone that's successful, there's like 4 that are, big mistakes.
Yeah, you're right. Well, and with our president-elect touting the shit all the time, it's kind of hard to get people to.
Well, it's like buying NFTs, dude. Did you buy any NFTs?
No, negative. Nope.
I own one. I got myself an NFT, dude.
Did you?
It's gonna be worth a lot someday. Okay. I'm waiting. Yeah, I bought one.
All right.
It came with a record, so I got some physical stuff.
Come with Peter Frampton Comes Alive? Is that what it came with?
Came with the King Khaaaaan album, dog.
All right.
A gold press. It's a nice little limited
gold
edition.
Press. That's great. All right.
But I had to get crypto to buy it with. I had to buy some Ethereum.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's whatever floats your boat. So anyway, back to James Gunn, DC Studios co-CEO.
Yeah, so hopefully that girl is not, ripping people off, or she's in on it. Or
well, it sounds like she got busted. So did she get busted or not?
I don't know. I mean, they still got their millions in fees and other things. So it's like, what can you do?
Can't win them all, bro.
But like I'm saying is, I don't know if she was in on it or if she, was, I didn't know they were going to do that to us. I thought it was just going to be a fun time. And I don't know much because I like to just hawk to it.
Great. All right.
Please call hawk to it.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the news. James Gunn did.
About.
What?
Let's get into the real news that we care about.
Well, by us you mean me.
I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I just wanted to,
No, you're
get
just
rid of that stupid
insulting.
to it talk.
Good. I don't even know why you brought it up. All right.
I wanted because listeners want to know. They need to know.
They don't care and they don't want to know. All right, James Gunn, they do want to know about, and he did an interview on the Happy Sad Confused podcast with Josh Horowitz. Is that the snowman guy from Frozen? No, that's that Josh Gad kid.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh Horowitz, who is that?
I don't know.
Just some
Sounds
guy?
like an
Okay, I don't know.
Sounds like a reporter or something.
I don't. Yeah, it does sound like a reporter. You're right. But he was asked why he decided against bringing in James Gunn's Robert Pattinson's Batman as his DCU Batman, and basically he said it was Matt Reeves' ultimate decision that he kind of wanted his film to exist outside that universe.
Yeah.
Which I think is smart because
and James Gunn agrees that it's nice to have the other universe where we can do the impossible.
Right, no shit. And again, it's like I was telling you last week. It's just every fucking headline that comes out with James Gunn. I just love this guy more and more. And it's like he gets it. Leave the fucking guys alone. If that's what they want, that's what they want to do. Let them do it. I mean, let the results speak for themselves before you start fucking condoning everybody, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we have another story that's kind of different with the people with the new Craven movie. It's like, please give us the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah,
before.
Which I thought was interesting.
It's like the exact opposite position where you're talking about James Gunn.
Right, you're right. All right. So anyway, he basically said
last week we were like, that movie even come out? Yeah, it's coming out now.
Yeah, right. And I was happy that I was like, okay, I'm wrong. I was glad it didn't like come and go like we were afraid. All right.
Watch the first 8 minutes of it?
Yes. God.
Did you really? I haven't seen it.
Okay, so to clarify,
is that a good cut or bad cut?
The first 5 minutes are the fucking studio logos.
Oh, okay.
To clarify, the next 2 minutes are him walking into a jail, literally walking into a jail, walking down the hall, walking past cells, blah, blah, blah. And then there's about 2 minutes of him killing like this crime boss in jail because somehow he's already gotten his powers. He hunts people. There's no mention. There's a slight like hint that he might have hunted animals. Again, basically what I'm saying, and I think you know what I'm saying, completely against the comic book iteration of Kraven the Hunter, is what I saw.
Well, maybe that's just the first 8 minutes. Maybe it gets back to basics later on. I don't know.
You've got more faith than I do, my friend.
No, you hopes for this one.
I did. Well, here's the thing. It's because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Sony, because these characters do have interesting origins and stories and ways that you could connect it and interweave it with other properties you have. Morbius and Blade is one that, I always was like, what a wasted opportunity to not include some iteration of Blade, because I'm pretty sure that that's another character that can be shared, I think. I could be totally wrong. But I know that he didn't start off at Marvel, and I think Blade was part of the Sony deal.
Well, I don't think adding characters is going to solve their problems.
Well, that's fucking true. I mean, it could surprise me and turn out to be really good. I don't know, but I didn't like what I saw that first 8 minutes. it just wasn't. Yeah, I didn't like it. Anyway, back to James Gunn. He said he contemplates everything. He did contemplate having Pattinson portray the Batman in his universe, but ultimately he went with Matt Reeves. He trusts him as a director. That's what you got to have. Again, I'm becoming a huge fucking Gunn fan. With every kind of move that he makes and every decision that he makes, I feel like he's making it from a comic book lover's point of view, and it's just really, really cool, in my opinion. So, yeah. You can check out the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. We also have the story about this on our Facebook page. So, in that same interview that we told you about last week with Collider, this is still from the Happy, Sad podcast, or what is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Confused? No, yeah, that one says Happy, Sad, Confused.
Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. James Gunn was asked about Lex Luthor in the new iteration of Superman, the Superman Legacy film. And basically he said something that I found very refreshing, and that is that he promised a different kind of Lex Luthor in Superman. And I really hope they get Lex Luthor fucking right this time.
Well, he brought up how in the comics, Lex Luthor is actually threatening.
Yes.
Whereas in the movies, he's like
goof-ass. Right.
Lex doesn't have any threat.
None.
Superman. He should be completely afraid.
Right.
But it also mentioned about like Silver Age stuff. Or is that maybe a different story?
That's the story. That's the story we got coming up next. But yeah.
But it talked about how Superman used to be like super smart too. I'd never heard that about Superman. That was interesting.
I mean, I don't know what he's really talking about there. I obviously heard him say that too. But
apparently they were like in Silver Age he could do anything at all.
Uh-huh.
He could figure out how to go back in time, dude, like Iron Man.
Well, anyway.
The loop. Whoa, I see you.
I'm trying to put the preview screen so you can see, the cuts that we make here.
I don't
and
care.
kind of where you need to be.
I want to cut it anyway. Cut away.
So, again, this is what Christian was talking about.
Yeah. The unseen elements in the comics.
Yes.
From the Silver Age of comics. What would you say that time period is?
Fuck.
I'm moving my head to get in frame. Whoa, I'm going too slow. There I go.
I don't know. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
1960.
Huh?
I said the Silver Age was from 1940 to 1960.
That's correct.
The Silver Age of comics. Is that correct? I just pulled that out of my ass.
No, that's correct. That's officially when the Silver Age was.
Good.
So yeah, you got that right. But yeah, I'm not sure what he's talking about here because like there was I don't know what he's talking about when he says super smart. I don't get that. I don't understand that. It really makes no sense to me.
Well, I mean, if he's super strong, why doesn't he have a super brain?
I mean, again, I don't recall that. Again, I didn't read Superman comics back that far, so I could be totally missing something.
I'm just saying it makes sense if you think about it. If you use your brain. I hear that
You're
drink.
a fucking prick.
I hear that drink in the microphone. Oh, my ears. my poor ears.
You've blown my ears out so many times it's not even funny, so shut up. All right. So anyway,
what's our next story?
Just give me a fucking minute. We already talked about this. What we got next? Okay, this was kind of... I didn't know whether to include this or not. Should I not have? You're shaking your head no.
It's just political. We got
it really has nothing to do with like superheroes or movies. It's something from Broadway, but Zachary Levi was mentioned. Basically, this chick Laura Ben.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was. I clicked on it thinking she was hopefully the hot girl from the Shazam series, and she's not.
She's not. But something on Broadway about somebody who got killed, and Zachary Levi blamed it on the vaccines, and everybody got pissed off or some kind of crazy shit.
He's always been a free thinker, dude, and apparently he's also an asshole too. They make it sound like backstage, so I mean, he sounds like the total package to me.
Dude, yeah, she made some really colorful claims about him, like being backstage and all that shit. So anyway, that was great.
Something like he sucks the joy out of the room.
Yeah. It's like people weren't comfortable around him and shit, and like he would. I don't know. Again, I don't know why I included this, but anyway, let's move along.
Another that people feel uncomfortable around is John Waters, and he weighed in on the Joker 2 movie.
Oh,
I would feel uncomfortable around John Waters. I feel uncomfortable around most older people.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I put this in here because of our little spat that we had.
No, I don't. I think it's more evidence in favor of my opinion in the argument anyway. So
I mean, John Waters is a pretty. I mean, John Waters is a pretty respected filmmaker.
Yeah, and he's also anti-establishment, and
that's kind of what the movie was. So,
yeah, sure.
You know, I get that. What let's talk. Let's tell the people what we're talking about before we start arguing about it.
They know Joker 2 is.
We'll cut you off, I swear. Joker Folie A Deux has made headlines because it has made Mr. John Waters, the iconic director of Pink Flamingos, Hairspray, and others, as one of his top 10 best movies of 2024.
He's also a well-known pervert. So no wonder he liked this movie, dude. Just like you.
Oh man, you just go for the jugular, don't you? Again,
I can't wait to watch. I can't wait to watch it.
That's that's why it's so funny you haven't even seen it yet. That's why it's so funny.
December 13th, what a great day, dude. Nothing bad ever happens on this Friday the 13th.
Except at Crystal Lake. Then you're fucked.
There's something else coming out Friday the 13th, too.
Yeah. That's Craven, isn't it? Craven's coming out.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Craven's coming out.
Yeah, another good omen for that movie.
Fucker. Sometimes I walk right into them. You're right. I know.
I mean, they're the ones that scheduled it, not you.
Well, yeah. Good point. Did you see this wrestling headline, Christian? It looks like there's going to be a new show dropping on A&E. They're going to call it LFG, Legends and Future Greats, and it's supposed to be kind of like Tough Enough, if you recall that.
I like Tough Enough. I hadn't seen this headline, so I'm down for it. Of course, I do think the title is stupid.
Yeah, what a horrible title.
Tough Enough was fine.
Yeah, I agree. No.
Sounds like looking for group in multiplayer games, dude. I'm looking for group.
That's what I thought it was at first. I was like, oh, a WWE roleplay game. Wow.
Yeah, dude. We all get together and go Rumble.
Oh, good shit.
Games.
Good shit. Again, I guess the coaches are going to be Bubba Ray Dudley, Booker T, Mickey James, but we'll also see Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and The Undertaker. Again, Tough Enough was entertaining. I don't see why this wouldn't be. No date on when that will drop.
I guess it did have some scandals, though, having, Bill DeMott be one of the people and other problematic people being trainers on the show. I don't know.
Interesting. I hadn't heard that part.
But weeded him out. Well, I think he was one of the trainers, wasn't he?
Who?
Bill DeMott, the Hugh Morris guy.
Oh, Hugh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. We'll see. No date on that. Just says early 2025. It's so funny. I've been waiting to try to play this fucking game for like a year. It's been in the back of my mind, and I've been wondering when it would come out. It's now been remastered and has been released. The Thing. Do you remember The Thing for the PlayStation 2, Christian?
Yeah.
I think it was the PlayStation 2.
It was 2002.
Well, yeah, whatever PlayStation we were on at that time. Yeah, 2002.
I think it was on the Nintendo thing too.
It was on a couple consoles, I think.
It was a neat little game. You had your party members.
It was a shooter.
Go crazy and stuff.
Again, it was basically
third person, like you liked it, I think.
Yes, it was third person shooter, which I that's my favorite. But yeah, no, it was really great. I loved it, and they're now bringing it back as part of PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch. Also available to stream in the cloud via NVIDIA GeForce Now. The Thing remastered. Again, it's basically a survival horror shooter game based on
the Arctic.
Yeah, based on the events, I think, right after the end of the Thing film. Like the team that arrives to investigate what has happened to McCready and his team. So it's really fun, really creepy, and available now.
With you got like 60 frames per second.
Oh, it looks. I mean, if you look online, they've got like side by sides online, and it's incredible, and it looks great. And just head over to the game to your store on your console, and you can pick that up. Alan Moore, we all know, is not usually excited when his shit gets adapted into a television or film series. Well, he's actually really excited about this time getting his property made into a show. He produced
what a fucking dick. I don't get excited about my stuff being made and me making money and being successful. I'm just like, ho hum. But this time,
you think he's full of shit? You're telling me you think he's full of shit?
Maybe. Just being a stupid person full of hot air. Full of himself, dude.
Interesting. I mean, I always saw Alan Moore as like
who wouldn't be excited about their
I mean, I always saw Alan Moore as kind of like a fucking Andy Kaufman kind of weird, John Waters kind of character, kind of not the norm, not what you would expect, like this person that just loves money and fame and power and all that shit.
It's not any of that. It's just satisfaction from people liking what you've done, I think.
Well, but people do like what he's done. That's what I'm saying. But but he had no control.
But that never excited him. I think most people would be excited by people liking what you've done. That's all I'm saying.
But in his mind,
that he likes it.
In his mind, though, it wasn't his because he did not have a direct hand in bringing it, whatever iteration that is, to screen. Now, I could be completely wrong, but that's just always how I saw Alan Moore in the media and the press, is he just didn't give a shit. And he legitimately didn't give a shit. I mean, take away the money, the fame. I mean, he doesn't live in this country because he doesn't want to be bothered, Again, I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know the man. I wish I did. He's written some amazing books.
That statement about somebody sounds like they are full of hot air.
Yeah, well, you could be right. I don't know, but what I do know is that his new fantasy novel, The Great Win, is getting a TV adaptation, and for the first time, Moore is genuinely excited and enthusiastic being adapted for the screen. So, and I mean, it's no great fucking mystery that Alan Moore has been against all the shit that they've taken and made of his. I mean, he's been very vocal about it. He doesn't like it. I mean, V for Vendetta, fucking Watchmen. I mean, he just does not like it. He really hated it when they did that show on HBO, which had nothing to do with anything that he wrote, with the exception of it being in the Watchmen universe.
I'm sure if he wanted to, that he could get creative control over one of these projects in the contract, so it didn't have to turn out the way that he didn't agree with.
I don't know.
And be a bitch about.
I don't know. I mean, again, I'm a huge fan of Alan's writing, so I don't really give a fuck what he.
You like this one? You like this great win? It sounds stupid to me.
I have not read this, so I don't know. I have not read this. It does look a little out there, but I've read some books of his that are out. Like I've read Illusions, and that was really fucking out there. So we'll have to wait and see. Adam Driver made a comment on Twitter X that he would not be returning for the Star Wars franchise as Kylo Ren. Just basically said they're doing stuff, but not with me. I'm not doing anymore. And that doesn't surprise me because Driver seems to me like a dude that, once he does something and he's done it, he's done with it.
I believe he died too in the.
Well, everybody died and everybody came back, so it really doesn't. It's kind of like Marvel in that sense. Doesn't really matter if you die; they can bring you back anytime they want. Whether it be, I think what he's saying is like, as a Force ghost.
Even in real life, dude, like Grand Moff Tarkin. Remember he died in real life.
They brought him back and with some fucking crazy ass motion capture. Anyway, just something to.
I think the story is funny because it talks about Daisy Ridley's upcoming film, and it's like there is no film at this point.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying, but there is no film at this point. So, I guess I clicked it twice.
No, a couple of your links in the rundown were incorrect.
Oh. I've been using AI.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably why I didn't double check them. Frank Miller.
Somebody else that needs to start using AI.
Yeah. I mean, dude, his art has. I mean, Frank Miller is known for his stories, not particularly for his art. I mean, it is unique,
it's like
but
he's got some kind of like disability where he has to draw like that, dude.
Oh shit! So what has happened is Frank Miller is.
I heard those lab-grown diamonds are getting more popular. That's good. I don't like the diamond people, dude. They fucking cheat you.
They change you?
What are we deleting? No, they cheat you. You know the De Beers, right? Is that the diamond people?
They cheat
fucking
you?
Blood diamond. Yeah, they cheat you. They control the market. They control the diamond supply.
Oh no, I'm not. I was not aware of this. Tell me more,
dude. Otherwise, diamonds would be a lot cheaper.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I had a photo of it, but I don't know why.
Looking for the Reed Richards. The Reed Richards.
Reed Richards. Reed Richards.
Oh, it sounds like say something or something about Mary, dude. We got Reed Richards.
I'm in the yard now.
Wanks and beans and Reed
God,
Richards.
just stop. Okay, that's why.
What are we looking for? Are we looking for Reed Richards?
I was trying to find the picture, but fuck it. You can see it on our Facebook page. Frank Miller doing his Ultimates cover, and he did a drawing of the Ultimate Reed Richards, and we had a photo of it.
The Maker.
What other guy?
Thank the Maker. That guy right there.
That's Reed.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, if you
that's
say so.
Ultimate
Frank
Reed
Miller.
Richards. Yeah, that's why I wanted to show a picture, because
he doesn't even have a face.
He's got like a helmet on, some type of device.
Like he's got the RoboCop mouth.
He does look like RoboCop.
Shoot him in the mouth.
Yet another. Yet another reason I wanted to show the photo so people could see what the hell we're talking about. But I may try to throw it up in post.
I was thinking about getting that RoboCop game and playing it.
That was fun. That was fun to play. I had a good time playing that one. All right. Moving right along. What we got here? Okay, so this is the Craven stuff that we kind of already discussed. The director is pretty much pleading with people to give this movie a chance and go see it. And I got to say, you haven't given me much reason to trust you.
They need to offer free tickets or something, dude. I don't see people. I mean, that's a hard sell.
I mean, again, of all the characters that you could have tried to release. See, because in the comics, Craven is very complex because he's in love with the scientist who's also a animal rights activist who is kind of against what he does. It doesn't seem to include any of that, which humanizes this character in the books. So if that's what he's going to be like, I can already tell I'm not going to be a fan.
No, it's Russell Crowe is his dad. That's how he's human.
Again, I don't know anything about his lineage or any of that shit. That was never discussed in the books.
Yeah, but all you need to know is it's the Crow, the Russell Crowe.
I thought you were talking about like the Crow. I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I saw a Crow T-shirt. I thought about getting you that had that Billy guy doing Sarsgaard.
I'm glad you didn't, because I would never have worn it. So
it just make you mad.
You would you saved yourself some money. All right. Tony Khan has bragged, this is the owner of AEW, about the AEW event selling more tickets than Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I really just wanted
Apparently it was in response to somebody giving him grief about inflated numbers.
Right, which he's been under scrutiny about from All In 2023, where he said that they had 81,000 tickets when the turnstile actually indicates that only 72,000. I mean, we're talking very small digits in difference, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, like I said, WWE has been doing it since when they were WWF, lying about crowd sizes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't give a shit. I mean, to me, that doesn't matter.
And I don't know how big the Jake Paul the crowd was in that arena. He might be he might be right. I don't know. It sounds like the place in All In was Wembley Stadium's bigger than where Jake Paul fought.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, didn't make as much money, maybe, but I don't know how that works. But
I mean, he seems to indicate that this is like some kind of conspiracy from people to try to take AEW down or some shit. I don't know. I don't know if it's getting to him or not. People kind of being like, dude, you got to do something. I mean, because he's got to hear that shit, dude. He's got to hear that shit from his people. I mean, maybe not all of them, but, you can't tell me that he doesn't have people in his ear going, dude, we're not making any fucking money. You got to do something. I don't know what you're going to do, but you got to do something.
Possibly, but I'm not sure if this story has anything to do with that.
No, it doesn't. I'm just shooting the shit. Just curious myself, if we're being honest. It doesn't. But I feel like this answer that he gave, and again, I don't know, but it seemed very defensive to me.
Well, what would you do if somebody said you're lying about your crowd at All In? I mean, it's a specific show. It's not like he's.
Well, I mean, first of all, if it were me, I wouldn't even engage with it. I'd be like, who cares? That was last year. Let's talk about this year. Let's talk about 2025. Why? I guess what I'm saying is
because the person was challenging him on it.
I'd be like, yeah, whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. Because I'm the fucking.
That's what he did.
No, he defended it. He yet again defended it. It's like that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even defend it.
He should defend All In. He's not defending AEW status, dude. You're reading into things
I'm
that
saying
aren't there.
To take a defensive, because he said so determined to try and take AEW down. I think he thinks there's like this conspiracy.
Why would you try to, if you're questioning that they have the record for the wrestling ticket sales, that's trying to lie and take them down. They sold, more at that place.
I mean, I don't care. I really don't care. So, for whatever reason.
Like you care.
No. I just, again, if it were me, I would just, I wouldn't even talk about it.
You are trying to use this story to paint Tony Khan as not caring about putting out a better product. And it's got nothing to do with that.
I was simply saying that I cannot imagine, despite what you or I think or feel or what the fans think or feel, that there are not people near Tony Khan that are telling him that what he's doing is not making the money that he's putting out.
Yes.
That's what I was saying.
Case.
It was not about.
You're making it sound like Tony Khan is being defensive to those people and ignoring.
Well,
them.
again, what I'm saying is like if it were me and somebody brought up the goddamn ticket count from All In 2023, I'd be like, dude, I don't care, whatever. I mean, whatever you think. You can think what you want.
Why wouldn't you care if it's the fucking world record, dude?
Because
somebody's like, no, it's not. You would be proud
Who
of that.
gives a shit if it's the world record? It's fucking history. You need to look forward.
Big deal. What a big deal.
Dude.
Just like when WWE lied about their crowd for years, dude.
I think you say that I am so out of touch. I think you're the fucking one that's out of touch, my friend. I mean, back then. It doesn't matter what I say. If it's a negative you're about as fucking bad as Dave Meltzer. If it's a bad connotation about that fucking company,
you're talking shit about Tony Khan for no reason.
I'm not talking shit about him. I'm saying that he's probably got. Do you or do you not agree that he's probably got people around him that tell him and give him advice on what to do with his company? Yes or no?
I said yes, and I said hopefully they
yes.
So
what I was saying, goddammit, is that it's simple. I'm saying the people around him, those people that advise him, if I were one of them and he did this fucking interview with these people and they brought up this fucking goddamn ticket sale bullshit from All In 2023, I'd say, dude, don't even answer him. You have already, made your case. You have already gone on and defended it. You're focusing on old shit, and that is the problem.
It's answering the question, dude. Scroll up and see what the guy said and read it out. It's not any of that. You're making it sound like these people are advising Tony Khan to do things, and he's not listening. He goes, I think we're fine. Look how much we sold for All Out, or whatever it is. That's not the case.
Okay, I'm doing what you said. I'm reading through here, and it looks like it's exactly what I said. They brought up the fucking turnstile count for the goddamn All In 2023, and the turnstile was 72,265. Tony and AEW claimed it was a world record of 81,035, and then dismissed critics. Tony dismissed critics who claimed the ticket sales from All In 2023 were closer to 73,000, arguing that even that figure would surpass the attendance for the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. So what I'm saying is, if I were him, shut up. If I'm saying, what I'm saying is if he says that, then why do you keep arguing with these fucking people? I mean, everybody already knows what he said about this. And it's simple. He said it's 81,035 and they broke the record. You know, they bring up the turnstile count. He says, I don't care. You know, it's still...
He didn't say that. He said, even if that's true, that would surpass the attendance for the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight.
And what I'm saying is, Christian...
So he's got an argument there, dude.
And what I'm saying is that even when... I wouldn't even have said that.
Why not?
Because who cares? Because who fucking cares? Do you want to make money or do you want to prove fucking people wrong? I mean, who cares?
That's how you make money.
No, that's not how you make money. You make money by selling tickets and doing events and good writing and good promos and good wrestling. That's how you make money. Not arguing with every fucking troll out there that says you say one thing and then do another.
That's not what that is. It's not like he was on a podcast talking to somebody, dude. It's not like he's responding to random internet people.
Let's move on. We have seen the poster for 28 years later. Looks pretty cool. It's a bunch of skulls. I've got a picture of it here. And it says theaters only, coming soon. Time didn't heal anything. I don't see what's his name on here. Wasn't he supposed to be in it? Cillian Murphy?
Character.
Huh?
Probably not a main character. Probably not a main character.
Are you mad at me, dude?
No. I just think you're an idiot who wants to bash Tony Khan. I mean, it's fine.
I don't want to bash him. In all honesty, it's not a bashing thing. It's just sometimes I feel like his ego talks more than his business savvy. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. And again, I want Tony and I want AEW to succeed, but not the way they're trying to do it. That's all. I mean, I'm not against Tony. I'm not talking shit about Tony.
Well, if anybody just listened to it, it sounds different because you're taking this story and trying to be like, this shows that he's arguing with people over stupid stuff. It's like,
no,
like,
what I'm saying is,
talking to you and was like, hey, you know, your crowd was a lot smaller than you actually said, and you're like, hey, it was still bigger than this big crowd, so yeah.
I mean, but that's not what
fucking ego trip, dude. It's just fucking.
That's not what went down, dude. He started. I mean, exact numbers and bullshit. I mean, why do that?
God, you have some crazy idea in your head of what took place, dude, where Tony Khan was an asshole and dismissed this stuff.
Maybe you're right. If I do, I'm sorry. You know, I feel like I'm commentating on stuff that's pretty fucking obvious. You know, if you read what I've read, and I don't just read fucking hater fucking sites or whatever, troll sites.
I don't know. That one was called WWF Old School.
I mean, okay.
I don't think you get more biased.
I'm pretty sure they just, all we referred to was the quote. So it's not like we use their fucking narrative, dude. I mean, so.
No, I don't know what other stories you've read on there that warped your poor little mind.
My poor little mind, dude. I really, you care way more about this than I do. Honestly, I mean, seriously, you do.
Bad mouthing people, dude. Tony Khan.
I'm not bad mouthing anybody. Again, you're thinking it's bad mouthing because I'm criticizing. You don't know the difference. That's your problem.
Criticizing for no reason because
I didn't criticize him.
There's nothing to criticize there.
That's why I didn't criticize him.
He was talking.
That's why I didn't criticize him.
Right now to you.
Didn't criticize. Didn't criticize. Didn't criticize. Didn't criticize.
Well, I'm just doing like this, and you know, I have a point if I think about it enough like this.
I mean,
I'm right.
I guess if you think you talk enough that you know what you say is right. So you know,
I like to believe facts still matter to some people.
Well, facts as you call them. I mean, let's face it, facts as you see them. Not everybody sees them that way, and you can fucking be mad about that if you want, but that's the way it is.
You can read.
I do read. And what I read is fucking, attendance dismal, fucking ticket sales dismal, fucking merchandising dismal, fucking storylines promos dismal. That's all I read from all the outlets that I read, and I read quite a few. So
yeah, but we were talking about a specific conversation Tony Khan had.
Right.
And you just want to be mad about it.
Yeah, I'm mad about it. You're right.
Just like you brought up all this other stuff that you've read about, all this dismal stuff, and it's got nothing to do with the story that you put on the rundown.
Okay.
That's my point. I mean, if we can talk about the changes AEW needs to make and how they've had a horrible year, but I mean, don't just misconstrue stuff.
I didn't misconstrue anything. I simply said that if I were Tony, going through the issues that they've had in 2024, and someone asked me a question, whether it was bullshit or not, whether it was going against something that has been known and documented and all that shit, they're just trying to lure you into a fucking argument.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
I've done a little bit in the business, dude. Okay, I've done a little bit of this shit before, so I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Be a conversation. You think it's
dude. If this guy on the podcast is like, okay, I'm Tony Khan on the podcast that he went on, and I get this question about AEW All In 2023. How would I answer it? I'd be like, I don't know. Whatever the turnstile, fine. I don't care. Let's talk about AEW. Let's talk about All In 2025. Biggest, baddest fucking show ever. Come out, buy tickets, buy merchandise, blah, blah, blah. Okay?
I like how you think this was the whole of the interview.
I don't think that. You put those words in my mouth. I don't think that.
As if they didn't go on to
I don't think that. You're putting those words in my fucking mouth. I don't think that.
No.
I do think this was an aspect of a bigger conversation, but what I'm saying is he's been known to do this.
Do what?
Dodge. And almost.
Isn't that what you want him to do? Is dodge and not answer and just move on? And now you're mad. I don't understand.
I know you don't. And I'll tell you why you don't, because you're a mark. Is why you don't.
Says the biased WWF fan.
Says the what?
Biased WWF fan.
I don't watch wrestling at all anymore. So I don't know where you get this idea that I have this bias.
You have a preference on what you think professional wrestling should be.
I mean, I have an idea of my definition of professional wrestling. I will definitely agree to that.
But
and luckily, you're not my boss. You have nothing to do with how I feel or what I want or what I like. So I can sit here and say that I don't like that fucking stupid bullshit they pull over there. That it makes no sense. It adds nothing to anything. It fucking hurts guys. Okay? It shortens their fucking careers. It fucking it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything to benefit anyone but the internet marks like yourself that just love to fucking see it happen. Just because they want to be entertained. What do you want? Food and entertainment. That's what you said when the world ends. So you want your food and entertainment.
I paid and went and watched Collision because I enjoy wrestling and pay to see it wherever I can.
Good. I'm glad you have that opportunity to do that. That's great. I'm glad you got to go see the show. I did not give you any shit about going to see the show.
I'm not an internet wrestling person. I'm not the internet wrestling community.
No, I mean like.
It's okay. You can go ahead. Keep ranting. I just wish we would talk about the stories of examples of AEW's bad stuff or times when Tony Khan actually did something he shouldn't have. Talking about him in this conversation like he should have just been like, next question.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say next question. I said promote what you have coming up rather than go back to 2023.
Instead of asking your question, let's talk about this. I don't want you to interview me.
Again,
I'm here to talk about this stuff.
Again, that's just not the way it works.
It's not like
I know you don't care.
Being bad.
I mean, again, now you've gotten to the point where you're so frustrated you don't want to talk about it anymore, which is fine.
No, I've talked about it. I think it's funny that you think it's so bad that Tony said this stuff.
I mean, again, I make commentary on these things, Christian. I don't think it's good or bad. It's a commentary.
You think it's a sign of how bad AEW is?
No, I don't. I never compared it to that.
That's what you're using it for, though. You've said that completely. I mean,
said what completely? I might have lost you. Said what completely?
That this story has nothing to do with AEW's poor performance and Tony Khan's need to make changes.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Exactly. So why do you use this as an example of Tony Khan's ego? Because he answered a question.
Because of the question that he answered. I don't feel that it was worth his time.
What was the question?
I'm not going to read it again, dude. It was about the fucking turnstile count at the fucking AEW All In 2023. And him breaking the record for attendance.
That was the response. You didn't read the question. So we have no idea what the context is of these few sentences that you have put into such a negative context of Tony Khan.
I read it to you, Christian. All Attendance Wrestling announced that 81,035 tickets were sold for All In 2023, although the turnstile attendance was 72,265. The same metrics used by journalists to claim that WWE...
That's the question. That's a statement. I want the guy's quote from the podcast.
I don't know that it's in here, dude. The actual fucking question that was asked, I don't think it's in here. It just says, here's what Khan said. When asked about the fucking All In 2023 ticket sales being closer to 73,000. And what I simply said was...
Somebody may have said, weren't the sales to AEW...
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, dude. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Okay? You're fucking guessing. All right?
I am.
Well,
and you are assuming too, but you are assuming a negative connotation.
No, I'm not. I am not assuming anything. I am saying this response is not how I would have answered it. You can spin it however you want, that I'm shitting on AEW or I'm shitting on Tony Khan or however you want to spin it. But I simply said that I don't know why he would even answer a fucking question about a show that was a fucking year ago heading into 2025. It's dumb. It's a waste of time. It doesn't do anything to promote anything you're doing now. And it's just basically giving people what they want, which is this argument. Now everybody compares it to the fucking Mike Tyson, Jake Paul bullshit. I mean, again, it's just like, who gives a shit? You're right. Who cares? Why break it down like this if you don't care?
The guy asked him. The guy asked him. It's an interview, dude. We don't know what other questions were asked. He hopefully answered all of them. Usually we want people to answer the questions they're asked in a podcast. You don't want somebody to fucking not answer any questions. Then it's like Rampart on the Ask Me Anything on Reddit, dude, when Woody Harrelson wouldn't answer any questions and just kept going, let's talk about Rampart. Let's talk about Rampart. Who wants to talk about Rampart? And it fucking was terrible.
Again, you don't have to shut down that interviewer. Okay? That's not what I'm saying. All right?
Sounds like that is what you're saying.
Well, I don't really give a fuck what you think shit sounds like. That's not what I go off of. I go off what I say.
Yeah.
Okay? And what I'm saying is that when you're promoting a business, a brand, an IP, whatever you're promoting, and someone asks you a question about something that happened a year and a half ago, I do not waste my fucking time answering that question.
Sure. Why would you never talk about things that have happened? As long as it's a year and a half ago. If it's something we don't want to talk about, even if it was one of the best things that ever happened to us that we're known for, why even discuss it? Let's move on.
It's not one of the best things they're ever known for. I mean...
Yeah, dude, it's fucking one of their crowning achievements.
Oh, their attendance at an event that was a year and a half ago is their crowning achievement?
The first... Dude, do you not understand wrestling at Wembley in the fucking England, dude? UK was so excited for that shit. They hadn't had a pay-per-view at Wembley in fucking decades. Don't shake your head. Look it up, man. Fucking learn something.
Look it up, learn something, yeah. Oh, man.
Fucking saying it's not their crowning achievement. That's just ignorant.
Well, I mean, again, if that's their crown... I don't think they have a fucking crowning achievement. I'm still waiting.
That's what I thought. So, I mean, you're just...
Again, you can be mad all you want.
Anything you have to say about AEW is moot because you are not objective.
Okay. I'm not objective.
Yes.
Got it. All right. Well, we're
just like you were mad about them having AJ and Big Justice on there, dude. You marked out and
no money, no ticket sales, no fucking
millions of views.
Doesn't matter.
Millions and millions of views, and you said that's a bad thing. More ignorance.
Dude, I saw a story today where anything they put CM Punk in gets over 4.2 million views, and they fucked him. So don't sit here and tell me about views and all this bullshit. Like that's what matters to them now all of a sudden. If that mattered to them, they would have done things a lot fucking differently. Okay?
You mean like bending over backwards for Punk, giving him his own show and all the other shit? Have you not
Is that what you think went down? I mean, again, as much as you say that I am biased on one side, you're just as biased on the other. So I don't know why.
What evidence do you have of that?
What evidence do I have of what?
That I'm biased for AEW.
Because, I mean, do you admit...
Because I give him a chance?
How many chances do you give them before you say, okay, something is wrong here?
Like Billy Gunn or Dustin Rhodes, dude. I just enjoy wrestling.
Good.
I don't have to hate it. I don't have to be loyal to one or the other.
I'm not loyal to one or the other either. I just talk about the stories that come out. Whatever. Anyway, we've ate up most of our time. So we'll just skip to events, see what's going on. We did have a new event that was announced for our area. It's Stained and Breaking Benjamin with Wage War and Lakeview happening April 29th, 2025, Charleston Coliseum. I didn't even think fucking Stained was still a band.
It's been a while.
Well said.
For sure. Mr. Aaron Lewis. Usually he gets mad. He's probably happy Trump won, dude.
Probably.
Celebrate. He should join that Kid Rock Nickelback concert tour that's going around.
He'd fit fucking right in. You're right about that.
You've seen that one, right?
Yeah.
Haven't you?
Yeah.
I think it's coming to Ashland.
Is it really?
Put that on the events too.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that shit. Anyway, tickets are on sale for that now. The Planet 92.7, 98.985. Going to have your shot at free tickets, so make sure you got it locked on there on your radio stations if you live in the area. Cheap Trick coming up this Friday, December 13th, Paramount Arts Center. Tickets are on sale for that now. I still think some tickets are available. Then we got our Tough Man contest, January 3rd through the 4th at the Mountain Health Arena here in Huntington. Tickets are on sale for that. Heart, March 29th, 2025, Charleston Coliseum, Charleston, West Virginia. Then we got, let's see, Kevin James, May 30th, Paramount Arts Center, 2025, obviously. Then we got I'm just checking my messages.
We got buttholes, and we got biscuit rolls, and we got toadstools, and we got old fools.
Kevin James, May 30th, 2025, Paramount Arts Center, Ashland, Kentucky.
Hey.
What?
You know what else? You know what else I thought about yelling at during AEW?
What?
I was gonna go Stonewall on him, dude. And go rotten dog leg.
Oh, Elena lost her mind when she heard that part when we were talking on that podcast about that. Finally, an evening with Mike Epps, June 14th, Paramount Arts Center, Ashland, Kentucky. Tickets on sale for that one as well. And that pretty much is all I've got for the week.
Well, I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to listen to that wrestling podcast and find out if Tony Khan was being an asshole or not.
Look. All right, listen. I'm really not mad, and I don't want to fight. All right, really, sincerely. All right, I really, honestly, there have been people that work for that company now and have before that have expressed how much they want it to succeed and why they want it to succeed, because there should be competition. And there should be places that guys can go to make money and, really make a career. Are there places like that out there besides WWE? Not many. And, at the same time, though, I feel like we have to remain critical, not just of AEW, but of everyone. And if I'm not critical of WWE, I don't know why. I mean, they definitely have shit they need to work on. I feel like we talk about it, but maybe we don't. Maybe we do talk about AEW and what they need to work out more. I don't know. I mean, I remember us talking about all kinds of shit from WWE that we felt that didn't work, was stupid, that, just went nowhere. Me and you, we were talking about the Big E stuff, and how.
I mean,
go ahead.
Like I said, it's just this story was not related to, I like talking about actual stories.
Well,
like what Tony Khan says in some interview on some podcast that neither of us is ever going to.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. He said this multiple times on multiple different platforms.
Again, you're reading into stuff.
He hasn't said this before on other stuff.
Said what?
Talking about
his show,
dude, you're just blindly talking about the fucking count at All In 2023 outside of the Battleground podcast that we talked about here today. You're telling me he hasn't discussed this at all before?
I'm sure he's been asked about it. Like I said, dude, it's AEW.
So then, yes. Oh, okay, then. So what
that's not a bad thing.
What I'm saying,
a bad thing.
I'm saying it doesn't matter, and it's not relevant to the future.
You just brought it up though that he keeps doing it or something, and it's not relevant. But they're asking about it, dude. It's not like he's not talking about the future, and instead talking about just this one thing in the past. That's why it's so. It's just like I said, dude. It's just.
I see. So your frustration comes from the fact that you feel that
you're taking.
This was the only thing that was discussed.
Like Tony Khan is wasting our time.
I can't talk over you, okay? You're saying, I want to make sure I get your point right, okay? That this little quote is just part of a big podcast and doesn't represent everything, right?
Obviously not. It's not.
Right.
It's
I agree
about the attendance at a pay-per-view.
Right. No, I agree. And like I said, it's a situation that he's already spoken about on different occasions.
It doesn't matter. If you're asked about it, you answer the question.
Okay.
Especially in a way that makes your company look good. Like, hey, we still sold more than Jake versus Paul, and that was the big thing.
Okay.
I mean, that's talking good about your company.
Okay, dude. All right. Sorry.
It's so you act like they ask him like, well, what are we gonna do for the future for AEW? And he's like, well, we should talk about how many people came to All In.
No, you're.
That's what you're making it seem like.
No, that's your opinion. That's not what I said. That's not how I feel, and that's not my point.
You said he keeps talking about it.
No,
Instead
that one particular point that he keeps arguing with people about that bring it up. Because why do you think they're bringing it up? They're bringing it up to try to fuck him up and say, no, you don't have the record because it's actually this. So that he has to break down and say that, we did just as good as Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Again, what I'm saying is,
that's not bad.
Is like, I'd be like, dude, whatever. Your opinion's your opinion. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about turnstile counts from an event from 2 years ago.
So if I said you can sell out a theater, and you'd be like, I don't want to talk about that. You wouldn't be like, we sold this out, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because I'd be talking about the next thing.
Sure thing, dude.
Again, you think you know everything, so it doesn't really matter what I say. You've already made up your mind.
I know everything.
Yes, you do. Yes, you fucking do.
Assuming about this interview, dude.
I'm pretty sure I know. No, I'm pretty sure.
Position.
I mean, again.
Sure.
Whatever. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you follow us on YouTube for clips.
Leave a comment about who was right and
okay.
who was wrong.
I'm willing for that.
Is mine and who isn't?
Okay. I mean,
who's the mark? Who's the mark?
Great question. There you go. Who's the mark here? Who's the one discussing stories, and who's the one just blindly defending? Let's see what happens. Check us out: Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitter, Instagram.
Discussing stories. What are you talking about? Don't even. Yeah. Remember, you forgot the definition of mark again.
Christian, I just don't have the energy. Thank you guys for joining us this week. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Assuming he still wants to come on the show. Again, I'm not trying to piss him off, really, honestly. I swear to God. I was just trying to make a comment about, a question that was asked of a wrestling promoter. I was just making a commentary about it.
And he defended his promotion.
Here we go. See? I mean, here we go. Boom, bam, boom. Yelling, screaming, farting.
That was an indictment for his whole company because he answered a question.
Dude, you've got to learn that you've got to commentate on everything. I mean, even guys you like, even guys that you think are doing good and you enjoy their product, you may have to commentate on them and talk about them.
I criticize valid criticisms all the time, dude.
Sure.
I don't fucking hate somebody because they answer.
I don't hate anybody, and I never said I hated anybody, and I just made a comment on a question he was asked.
Sure.
And you turned it into this, so it's whatever.
The speaks for itself. I can't wait to go back
that's
and
great.
watch.
Okay, you do that. Everybody have a great week, and don't forget, we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot. Hey, Sammy.